Now for a look at what's got one Chinese blogger writing today, and that blogger today is Zha Xiaoxin, a well-known radio host based in Hong Kong who blogs on Sina.com. Now the title of her piece is "Big Duck Drives Hong Kong Crazy," and she's discussing the impact of a huge art installation. This is a 6-story tall yellow rubber duck and the effect that it's had on city residents since it arrived earlier this month. The duck was floating in Victoria Harbour until last week when it was deflated, apparently for maintenance work. And even that event caused major discussion, with some conspiracy theorists claiming it had been vandalised by uncouth mainland tourists throwing lit cigarette butts at it. Zha is also intrigued by the commercial profits the rubber duck has brought in its wake, as adults and children are swept with duck fever. Here's her take. The big yellow rubber duck is an art installation from Dutch artist Florentijn Hofman. However, it's also turned into a huge tourism booster, and souvenirs have flown off the shelves since it was towed into Victoria Harbour. Some fans go so far as to line up for up to 7 hours to buy memorabilia. Others have expressed their fascination for the big rubber duck through physical means, climbing onto its back, kicking it with their legs, until the situation gradually began to spiral out of control. Doesn't that sound familiar to you? A good thing that turns sour in the end due to lack of self-discipline. Sure, the local police can impose stricter controls to help calm these crazy visitors down, but do we really need to go that far? It might also be worthwhile thinking about why so many people, most of them adults, are so fascinated by this rubber duck. The answer, I think, is straightforward and simple. We all live in a lousy world that's full of conflict and competition. The collective memories of the good old days, playing with a yellow rubber duck in the bathtub, for example, help bring back some inner peace and make us feel better. Well, a number of comments following that piece we've taken here. A few of those to show you what sort of reactions it elicited. This poster humorously talking about that deflation we mentioned. I heard that the big yellow duck just let out a deep breath in order to have a medical checkup. This poster shares some of Zha's concerns over a worsening of individuals' behaviour in public in Hong Kong. Good to know that Ms. Zha has some of the same worries about this society that I do. I used to think that only people living on the mainland had to worry about such uncivilized acts. And finally, for this poster, it's all down to the Hong Kong mentality. Hong Kong is so small that people here easily become bored and vacant. How I pity them. Business people on the mainland, can you smell the money over there? Well, with that comment or question, we wrap up our China blog section. Next up, we ask people on the streets of Beijing the question, when does youth end?